Hello everybody, welcome back to FusioCraft. I am continuing to work on the mountain, texturing it up a little bit. It honestly does not look like much from the sky, but as soon as I get down here, I can start to point out all the little fine details. Of course, the paths are in, and this was one of the few big, obvious things to implement first. And I'm slowly working up a little more logic into the hills here. There we go, get rid of that. Podzol obviously making the most sense underneath the big trees and nowhere else. Like in here, I gotta put some Podzol back here later. Introducing some normal grass here and there, especially in wider open areas without any trees above you. And I'm keeping a lot of the moss on the very side of the path because I feel like moss makes a lot of sense right on that edge. Growing up the walls, and it's too trampled for there to be grass growing on it, but not trampled enough to prevent the moss growing. So the path connects down here where moss has kind of started to grow into this wooden area. When more of the finer detailing comes in, this area is going to look really nice, I think. And the road is all completely connected up now, so now you can kind of just follow this road all the way up to this top area. This flat area anyways, of the mountain. This area is where the paths currently end. I haven't really textured much here. I want to start putting in the little cabins. That's going to be my big focus today. So I'm going to figure out where they're going to go, you know, outline them, space them out. I got to do some reshaping over here so I can connect up this other flat area a little easier. Yeah, there's no good connection to this area by foot yet. Unless you just do some random parkour up that hill. Over here, I'm thinking more of a Firewatch building, but most of them are just going to kind of look like log cabins like the one down here. This is a very good palette that I want to use again. I recall when I built this house thinking to myself, man, now I just want to go out and build some woodland cabin area. And I guess I'm finally going to do that now. That's actually a thing that's going to happen in FusioCraft now, and I was not expecting that. So yeah, I say it's cozy cabin time. Cozy, comfy. I got a big bonfire area set up. Because fire tick is turned off, if you can see in there, it's a log. So I've marked out where a few cabins are going to go, and you can see that these are going to be really small, relatively speaking. If I had all the space in the world, then I probably would have made these a little bigger, but I don't, so they're a little small. And to give them a little more room, they kind of cut into the mountain a little bit, which is entirely okay. This one I may have to figure out some new shaping up there for, but yeah, this one's going to be a little bigger than those two. Those are like two small ones. Then I was working out the shaping of this little area that'll bring you to the other flat area, and I decided to make it a little bit of an archway, kind of like a little cave that you enter through. And then here's where another bigger cabin's gonna go. This one's gonna be cool because there's gonna be a window at the back where you can kind of look down at the paths over there. You can see the back of this cabin from over there. And the front of it is gonna face the Firewatch area, which I laid down one of the blocks for. I'm not entirely sure how big I want this to be. I just know it's going to be over here, and I know that it's going to have some poles that kind of go down the mountain a little bit. I think I may work up this side of the mountain a little more, make it a little steeper here, so I'm not 100% on where those poles are going to go quite yet. But yeah, I'm super excited about this part. Oh, that's weird. You can see where the shulker boxes are supposed to be. Instead of designing these cabins in creative, I think I'm just going to toy around with their designs here in survival because they're small. If I want to swap some blocks around, it's super easy here. Now, I was originally thinking of just using a bunch of spruce for the walls, but I have another idea looking at some log cabin pictures online. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna build one log cabin out of spruce, but I'm gonna build one out of another log over there and compare. Okay, so right off the bat, I've already made some decisions based on these two. This is the palette I was going to use, just regular spruce, oxidized copper roof, going for that Lincoln log feel. This one I wanted to put a little closer in color to the ones that are like in real life. This is stripped oak, but it feels birch because it's a lot brighter than I thought it would be. It's not working for me. It's way too bright. I think that these two colors work very good for each other, but they just don't scream log cabin, you know? They just don't feel log cabin-y. This is way more the winning combo here, and I'm almost wondering if maybe it's worth experimenting with a few more wood types. Stripped oak is a lot more bright than I remember it being. Way more bright than the colors I'm trying to go for in my reference photos. And those reference photo colors are almost on the orange side. So I'm kind of wondering what this would look like if I made it stripped acacia. Alright, I'm conflicted once again. It's a little too orange, you know what I mean? It's a little too saturated. It doesn't look wooden enough. You know that look I'm trying to go for a cabin that's kind of orange, but it's still very wooden and brown. I may have to go outside of the wood in this game to do what I want to do. Unless I do a stripped spruce for the whole thing, that might look cool. That still strays from what I have in mind though. Here, I'll throw up the wood color that I'm thinking about just so you can get a reference. And I'm looking at all the blocks in the game. There's just, even outside of wood, there's just not a very good block for this color. I really just need something that's kind of in between these two wood types for what I'm thinking, but this is way too saturated, way too orange. I guess I'm gonna stick with spruce for all of it. I might think of some ways to incorporate the acacia, but it's just too dark and too saturated on its own. Yeah, so I've decided upon mangrove wood. It's a really good complementary wood color with spruce, I think. I just decided to deviate from the source image and just do what I wanted to do. I mean, the original source image is what I originally wanted to do, but sometimes you gotta make sacrifices to make a build actually look good in Minecraft. I'm also trying out just using the copper for the trim of the roof instead of having it be the whole thing, and I think that looks better, so I'm gonna translate over to this one as well. We're really getting somewhere here. Also, I have a back door in this cabin. It's a bit funny. It opens up to the inside of the mountain here, so eventually, when this entire thing is complete and it's all covered up, it's gonna be like this massive cave, essentially. I love the concept of this tiny little cabin opening it up to such a giant space. Like when this thing is all complete, I could fit a whole giant lab in here or something. And now I've got an easy, convenient way to get up into that area from this side of the building, which gives this building a little more of a purpose other than my temporary little place to live while I'm building up here. Speaking of purpose, I feel like this is my first major project in a while where there was no specific purpose for it other than I just wanted to do it. And it's a little refreshing. Like I was just thinking to myself earlier, what should I put in these buildings that give it more of a purpose? And you know what? They don't really need one. Sometimes you get distracted by stuff like that, and it's just fun to build for building's sake. Alright, time for the next two cabins. And those two cabins are now installed. Both entrances to these cabins are on the skinny side where the archways of the roofs hang over. So I got this additional support beam, nothing fancy, and I've installed this new pathway over to the other flat area. I've kind of further fleshed out that little cave archway, put another calcite spike on top of it, and over here we have the other mangrove cabin. You may notice the dark prismarine per Mike's suggestion. I swapped it out on the mangrove ones, and I thought that worked really well with the dark oak stairs on top, because then both blocks are like a darker shade of the original color palette. And yeah, I'm loving all these cabins. They look good. You pop in here and you can see that window I was talking about. For some reason, I imagine like the headmaster here, just like spying on the camp, seeing what's up. And the terrain texture and grind has continued to, well, grind out. I put a lot more dirt and grass on the side of the hill. Everything is starting to feel that much more real and finished over here. Any massive project like this, it's good to just focus on a specific component of it, especially when it's like this, where it's like this cool little scenic location. Because all of this is really motivating me to get everything around it looking way better. Now that all the cabins are in, I want to focus on some smaller details and bringing in more plant life. I've already gone and put in some azalea bushes into the ground to just like build in more color, more flowers into the terrain. This is a good trick because that allows me to put flowers down without actually having like a lot of busyness on the surface, you know? It's just the texture in the ground. So I'll probably put in some small paths through this place, just kind of where it makes the most sense. Put in a bunch of little things that camps have on the outside. Maybe some bear-proof trash cans, stuff like that. And yeah, whatever else I'm about to come up with. Well, I've been busy, and I did a lot more than just add a few little details. We got benches now on a gravel surface. We got a little outhouse, and it has not been cleaned out in a while. We got bear boxes. We got mailboxes at every single cabin. We got mugs full of hot chocolate or something. We got a tomba, a bell on its big rocky base, some composters, spider webs, hidden spore blossoms, and a ton of plant life all around the perimeter. All the grass and the ferns and the sweetberry bushes and the flowers. I'm specifically going for the pink flowers here because I think that ties in with the flowers on the ground very nicely. Everything around here is starting to look so good, and it's given me a sense of how this entire mountain's gonna come out when it's done. Like this camping area is kind of the framework that I'm gonna be going off of to finish this entire thing. Oh yeah, fences too, especially along the edges here where you don't want your campers to fall off. Look at how cool the fences make this section of path look. Like, oh my gosh, I love Minecraft. This is why I love Minecraft, dude. We got a giant mossy surface with a really fleshed out little midsection here, and I'm really loving how it's looking so far. Now there's something very special that I want to bring to the mountain very soon, and there's a reason I started planting sweetberry bushes around already. This is a bit of a tradition of mine in every world I seem to play on. I need to go out and domesticate some foxes and bring them back. I love foxes, one of my favorite mobs in the game, but I'm not just going for any foxes. I'm going for the Arctic foxes that I found on this mountain over here. This is gonna be quite a quest bringing them back. Quite an adventure. This should be fun. And I love that thanks to this Distant Horizons mod, I can see where the mossy mountain I'm heading back towards is. Oh, right off the bat. There, we found one. Okay, so my plan is that I'm just gonna put them on leads and kind of prevent them from, oh no. Oh, I forgot. Ignore what just happened. Okay, I should probably put on leather boots as well. How do I have a million tools in my secret pocket and I don't have leather boots? I guess I'm just never in the snowy areas. It's never an issue for me. Yeah, there's the goats I was harvesting horns from before. Shout out Ezo. He informed me the reason I wasn't getting any other goat sounds is because you get all those other sounds from the screaming goats. I have yet to find a single screaming goat in this world, so maybe I guess I should just breed a bunch of goats until I get some. I haven't really done much with goats, but now that I've got a mountain, I might bring some goats over there and breed some up, right? No. Okay. See, my mountain's gonna be cooler than this one because it's not gonna have the stinky snow that you sink into. I'm just gonna say it, I don't really like the powdered snow, at least not the way it naturally generates. I don't like that you have to like kind of, in order to survive, basically just dig through it and make the mountain look uglier. Yep, now there's just a random hole here on the mountain. Cool. Dude, I lost where this fox went and I'm just making the mountain uglier. Rats. Target acquired. Yeah, let's get in there. Yeah, come on. Oh, come on. Gotcha, boy. Now I just need to find another one, and I actually don't know if there's another one around here. I've only seen that one, so hopefully this wasn't all just to get one. Like, I kinda need to be able to breed ones that trust me. Target acquired. This dude better not lead me straight into some powdered snow like a Looney Tunes bit. Come on. Ooh, gotcha. Oh, there we go. That's the hard part. Oh my gosh, and there's a third one. Nice. I wonder if they just naturally just keep spawning in. Well, now that I got you both here, give me a baby. Oh my gosh, this is the most underrated mob in the whole game. They're so awesome. Look at how cute they are. I think they're just underrated because they're just, you know, a variant of a mob that only appears in the snow. See, now this makes me want to just have a snowy base now, because then these guys would make more sense. I mean, winter is coming. Okay, I should probably wait around to get another baby so I can bring those two back and then those two can start to breed. That's technically incest, but Minecraft allows it for some reason. Here's where things get interesting. Now, I gotta take this dude right here and this guy and bring them all the way back over there. It's so far away that even in this mod, it's almost out of render distance. To be honest, nah, I'm gonna free y'all. Oh, not you two. I was gonna keep them there just in case I needed to come back and breed some more, but I'm gonna keep y'all safe. Don't you worry. Oh, let's go around the powdered snow though, shall we? Truly an adventure for the ages. One for the whole family. What? Y'all are sleeping? It's the middle of the day. Come on. That's it. We're going around the trees if y'all want to take a nap. A brave story about money laundering, tax evasion. These guys get up to some stuff. Oh, this is actually going to break the lead if they do that. Come on. No more trees. Especially no more pine trees. Oh yeah, they do it at every tree. I'm just dragging them. This has got to be cruel in some form. The little hop. I need to come up with funny names for y'all. I think I previously named a fox Fox Gerald, Fox Tonio. That doesn't even make sense, but I already said it, so I'm gonna have to name one of you Foxtonio. I think I'm gonna name one of them Berry Boy. Yeah, let's give them berry names. Berry Boy and Barolina or something. Okay, this adventure has not actually taken that long. Like, the sun hasn't even set yet, and my base is just around the corner over there. You know, it's a little humbling being grounded like this after so long of just flying around. Slowly walking up to my base like this is giving me this sense of just how big it actually is, because I can see a lot of it from over here. I reckon if you combine Barrel Eye Bay, Calcite Cove, and now Mossy Mountain as one giant base, then you could consider that a pretty massive base, right? Oh, finally sleep time. Let's see if they sleep with me. Bro, I guess they got all their sleep in during the day. Come on, do y'all even love me? I mean, that was a pretty fast response. Maybe they do. Were y'all just giving me the look? What was that? Okay, I know only half of this is because of the way that this mod renders stuff from far away, but that is some insane looking stuff over there. The old place that I got music discs at. Oh no, do not shoot one of them. See, now this felt so far away from my base. Haha, that was some time ago, huh? I really want to finish this whole base overall. Like, I'm scared of having like big unfinished sections because I just keep adding new major areas to it, like I kind of just did. Here's what I'm thinking. Calcite Cove is for the most part pretty much done. And there's some areas around it that need to be finished, like Ezo Island and the beach area. Some interiors like the arcade, but most of the work is just going to be in finishing this mountain and finishing the last few buildings in Barrel Eye Bay. The power plant at the end of Barrel Eye Bay is really the last major thing to do there. And from then on, it's just going to be one big major interior decorating marathon, essentially. Why are you sitting down? Okay, so it's actually really hard to get them up things because they just keep on sitting down and sleeping. Come on, you're almost there. You're literally right about to be there. But yeah, something tells me I'm gonna have everything I want to do with this base done in the next few months. I'm actually really excited because as of like the 30th this month, this project will become one that has been over a year in the making. And it's really starting to show with just how much there is in it, so I'm really excited. I mean, come on guys, look at this place. This is your new home. Okay, so they're still not grown up. I'm just gonna tie them to the bench for now. Convenient little fence post there. See, like, I thought this journey was gonna be a lot longer and I thought they'd be adults by now. The three amigos. Come on, look at me, Tamba. There we go. Iconic. I just have to like slowly walk through this place and just admire it because, oh my gosh. This is the most enamored with anything I've built in a long time. Like, as much as I love the whole theming around Barrel Eye Bay, this is the type of stuff I live for. Very lush, organic, comfy, cozy places like this. Nice. One of them has grown up. That's awesome, but it's kind of gotten rainy, so I'm gonna have a quick little nap and come back to y'all, and hopefully you will be grown up too. Oh man, okay. Good nap. How are y'all doing? Oh my gosh. First of all, why are you still baby? Second of all, what the hell have y'all done? What have you done? This is supposed to be Mossy Mountain, not Snowy Mountain. Okay. Jokes aside, this actually looks pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like down in Calcite Cove. Oh my gosh. There's snow everywhere. This looks crazy. The trees look so nice. I know that this happens in Bedrock. I wish it happened in Java as well. Though in my opinion, I would still like to see some green from the leaves that are definitely not facing the sky. Just as a good trade-off, like that's what the leaves look like as long as there's actually snow on top of them. No, but this texture pack is cool. And I think I may stick with this on like the autumn one. What block in here is, okay, it's basalt. Basalt does that, that's weird. It's like, okay, interesting. Not when it's sideways, only when it's on the top face. I'm not gonna touch that, besides it kind of looks like how it would kind of look in real life. Like the road is mostly cleared of snow, but there's still some snow here and there. Ooh, the path looks nice. So this texture pack is Snowstorm. And it hasn't been updated for the last several updates, so you'll notice a lot of the newer blocks, like packed mud and moss, does not have a snowy variant, which is a little convenient because a lot of those blocks I'm using on paths where there would be less snow anyways. Oh, and would you look at that? Christmas came earlier. There's 2 of them. Oh my gosh. Even the menus are snowy. This is awesome. Ooh, drip leaf. That's an instant purchase every time. Love y'all. Take care. They actually look way more fit into the environment when everything's snowy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of their big coats. Oh, the tree. Looking real nice. So that previous autumn texture pack was kind of tied with that vanilla additions pack, and I didn't like that it was changing the textures for a lot of like the 1.14 utility blocks, because I use a lot of those in just normal builds non-representationally, so it was kind of messing some things up visually. This texture pack though, everything still looks great. Everything still looks fine. I'm not really seeing anything wrong with it. Oh, except for that, even the mushrooms are frosted. That's awesome. Okay, let's see how Jingle Eye Bay looks. Alright, just a little bit of snow here and there. A lot of the blocks on the ground either weren't in the game a few updates ago, or they're just weird. Like, I guarantee you the coral blocks were there, but, you know, kind of an odd block to put a snowy texture on. Okay, shoots just look straight up weird. Ooh, this is interesting. Hey, boys. Yeah, so some of these blocks are kind of just snowy regardless of what's on top of them, which is a little weird. But for the most part, I'm digging this, and I think I might want to stick with this throughout December. We'll see. This wasn't even intentional, but I'll put it to you this way. All of the mossy sections of the mountain that I have not yet swapped out the blocks for are really apparent now. So unintentionally, this resource pack might be a really good tool in letting me know where I still have to really flesh out and texture this mountain. Ooh, it's also weird with Distant Horizons because as soon as it becomes fake chunks, well, those aren't actually snowy, they're not actually white. This makes it look like it specifically snowed around my base and nowhere else. That's an eyesore. I'm just gonna ignore that part for the rest of the month. Let's see what Wintertime Sesame Street looks like. This one's a little more subtle. It's mostly just in the trees up top. Yeah, not too much difference here, but I think the trees are kind of all that it needs. Very nice, very subtle. Oh my gosh. Subtle has been ruined for me. These baby turtles must be freezing their asses off. And then there were 3. And the spread shall begin. I think this is where I'm going to leave it for this episode, because as much as I would love to keep on fleshing this area out and expand it on further, I really need to finish shaping this mountain. So 2 big things on the horizon. I finally lay down all of the moss in the back, and then I figure out how I'm going to texture the big rocky faces of the mountain. That will all come soon, but this shall be it for this episode. Thank you for watching, everybody. Tune in next time for more mossy, snowy, mountainy goodness.